Today in Luther's Kitchen, I'm making sausage and mushroom calzones. And I'm using double O flour. It's the preferred flour that Italians like to use to make a really good pizza crust or pizza dough. It's a little more fine than all-purpose flour. And to that, I'm gonna add some active dry yeast, a little bit of sugar. Have to have warm water, about 110 to 115 degrees. I'm just gonna get the dough hydrated a bit by mixing it with a spatula before I add in the olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and kosher salt. Then I'm gonna put the dough hook on the stand mixer and let the machine do the work for me. Otherwise, you have to knead this by hand for about 5 minutes. You want to knead it until in the stand mixer the dough separates from the side of the bowl and becomes a ball. You then need to take it out and just give it a few turns with your hand to make sure that the ball is really super smooth. Once you have a smooth ball, you want to take the ball out, put some oil in the bottom of your bowl and roll the dough around in the bowl so that it's coated. Then cover it with a towel or some plastic wrap and let it hang out in a warm spot in your kitchen for about an hour to an hour and a half, or until the dough is doubled in size. At that point, you want to partition your dough, and I'm going to show you two methods. One, I'm using a scale to weigh the dough to make sure that all my calzones have the same amount of dough. And once I take each portion and I roll it out, I then put the filling in half of the dough because I need to fold the other half over and then crimp or pinch around to make sure that it is secure. For the filling, I'm just using some cooked Italian sausage. I drained the fat. I cooked mushrooms in the same pan, so I didn't have to wash an additional pan, with some onions. And then I have mozzarella cheese and some provolone and Parmesan that I added to the cooled sausage, mushroom, onion mixture. When I make calzones, I don't put sauce in the calzone. I serve the sauce on the side. I just find that if I put the sauce in the calzone, it becomes soggier. So this way you can enjoy having a nice calzone that's not soggy, and you can dip it in sauce. It's delicious. The other method for rolling it out, if you don't have a scale, is you can use a scooper, like ice cream scooper or meatball tongs, and that also will help you portion out the dough so that you're getting equal sized calzones. Once you start rolling, you want to make sure your oven is getting preheated to 450 degrees. I put the calzones that are formed on a foil-lined baking sheet pan. You can brush the top with olive oil before you put them in the oven, maybe sprinkle a little sea salt on top, and they take about 20 to 25 minutes to bake. You don't want them to burn, but you also want to make sure that the bottom has turned lightly brown. And then, like I said, I like to serve these with some sauce on the side. They are spectacular. For this recipe and more, visit myclasscancook.com.